I am buying another car today. Now that the Supra's gone, there is a little bit of a void, and that void is number of cars. Not necessarily meaning I need another Supra, but I think we need to have another car to bring the collection number back up. And this is a car you probably aren't expecting me to buy, but when I buy it and tell you why I bought it, it'll make a lot of sense. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. In my hand, I have the cashier check for the car. However, the car isn't close. I have to fly out, get it, and then drive it home. So it's a long day. It's gonna be a road trip day, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's hop in the Trackhawk and go pick up the newest addition to the fleet. And I think you guys are gonna like this one. All right, here we go. And this time we can go to the airport a little quicker because my wife got a little upgrade. She hardwired it and then I just 3M'd it on, so I did the easy part. She now has her own radar detector. Not to break speeds or anything, but just to know when someone's checking it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's hop on the plane and get a car. All right, my flight was cutting it pretty close, so I don't have time to pull my camera out, but D&D Motor Co. is picking me up in the car that I bought, and then we're gonna go back to the dealership and sign paperwork. This is pretty exciting. I'm not gonna show you the car just yet. We're gonna sign paperwork and make it official first. That way it's actually mine, and then I'll show you this crazy car. I'm hyped. All right, the paperwork is finalized. I have the key. It might look familiar to you because I bought another F82 M4. That's right, I've had 3 M4s in my lifetime of owning BMWs that are just F82s. 4 in total if you count G82. And you might be wondering why I'm even getting a second M4 since I have the yellow one. Well, to be honest, I really love these cars. And the fact that I found this one and it's so clean and perfect, and we'll get into that in a little bit, I had to get it because we have the M4 that has the special 2.6 motor that I'm picking up literally tomorrow. But this is actually still a stock S55 3-liter with the stock twins. And this car is gonna actually become my wife's car. So yeah, she gets another car. She got the Trackhawk and now this. I'm still gonna modify it, and our plan is to make this car look exactly like the yellow M4. Same diffuser, same front lip, same hood. We have a bunch of stuff planned for this car. Do a 24-hour build series to make this thing look absolutely insane. We'll do fresh tint because the tint is honestly a little light, but yeah. And also this color is one of my personal favorites. I was actually looking at one of these before I actually got my Austin yellow one because I was in love with my gray M4 back in the day, and then I got the Austin yellow. But this car was really well taken care of, and it's not just an F82, it's an F82 competition. So we have the red seats with the holes in them, which is honestly super cool. After I saw David's in Canada with his yellow one with red interior, I really liked it. And now I have a red interior of my own. Now we're gonna get into why this car is so clean. This car actually has no accidents on the record, and it's a completely clean title car. And with F82s especially, it's kind of hard to find one with absolutely no accident history, just because they're rear wheel drive, they have a mind of their own sometimes, and a lot of people have some minor fender benders. But this one is a very clean example, and it was tuned, but over the last hour, we have been making it go back to stock because I'm gonna do a fresh file from stage 4 tuning on this thing to get a nice custom map and make this car run crazy. But it's catless downpipe, has a full exhaust. It's lowered on, I believe it's KW adjustable springs. So we're gonna lower the rear a little bit more to make it match the front because it is kind of raking right now. And then in the engine bay, we have aftermarket front mount intakes, which we probably will change out with some Sencal ones. And then still the stock charge piping, and it looks like the stock J pipe, but we have a fresh CSF charge cooler, which is nice because the stock one usually does fail. Yeah, this is super exciting because I'm looking at this car and I'm just imagining it like the yellow one, but blue. It's gonna look insane when we're done. And then in the back, we have an Akrapovic diffuser Not super aggressive. We are gonna get a PSM one instead, but still pretty nice. And then we also have the aftermarket GTS style taillights. They're not OEM ones. And honestly, I really like how these look. I've had them on my gray M4, but I never put them on the yellow car. And a little bit of spoiler alert in Vlogmas this year, we're putting these on the yellow car. So the yellow car is gonna completely match this car and this car to the yellow car, aside from the motor. So yeah, this is the newest addition to the channel, a 4th M4. And I can't wait to experience a custom tune on the stock twins. I feel like it's gonna feel absolutely insane, and it's gonna be a completely different car from the yellow car, because the yellow car now with a 4N motor with a single turbo and revving up to 9K, it's an M4, yes, but the 2.6 D-stroked motor is not going to be the same as a stock S55. It's gonna sound better and everything, but the stock S55 still feels amazing, and that's why I picked this up. So I think it's time we go for our first real drive. I've driven it around the parking lot, and so has D&D, but I haven't really gotten to drive this car. So we're gonna go ahead and head out with Dan, the owner of D&D, and experience this. And what's funny is D&D has had 2 Yas Marina Blue M4s that I've inquired about, and each time he sold one. So I asked him, hey, if you can find me another one, please let me know and I will buy it. And that same day he found this thing, called me up, and I said, let's send it. So if you want anything from D&D, either it's a car they have in their inventory or something you want them to look for, go hit them up, tell them I sent you. I can't believe he found this thing so fast, honestly. So this is Dan, the gentleman that we were playing phone tag with for a while, trying to find the perfect M4, and he found me one. This car actually wasn't even for sale. A previous person that he's worked with that has bought cars from his dealership, he knew he had this car. And Dan was like, hey, you be willing to sell it? And obviously we're getting close to winter time, so the previous owner said, you know what, for the right price, yeah. And Dan offered him the right price, and here we are in my M4 competition. Now I have an M4 competition on the F chassis and the G chassis. That's pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and change some settings though real quick. We're gonna change the M drive mode. Sport Plus, MDM, we're gonna go to DSC off. Everything else in Sport Plus, perfect. Now, since this thing has KW adjustable springs, it actually retains the Sport Plus settings within the suspension. So you still have adaptive suspension, which is pretty cool. But if this doesn't get us low enough, I might end up coding that out and going for Schnatter and literally copy mod for mod like my yellow car. Where should we go? We need gas.
All right,
we're gonna get gas before we push this thing, because it's not smart to push a car with low gas because the low pressure fuel pump can overheat. At least it's a possibility. It's not very common, but it's a possibility. And I don't want to mess up my brand new car off the rip. Yeah, this color next to the Austin Yellow M4 is going to be nuts. Gold and blue and tans. We should probably have the Tanzanite Blue G82 in the middle and then have these cars side by side. It's gonna look mental. Also, you will notice M cars will get factory blue brakes, but the previous owner painted these gold. And my thought is, what we do, swap them. So put the gold calipers on my Austin Yellow M4 and then put the blue calipers on this car, because I think the gold with the yellow would look pretty nuts. So drop a comment if you think I should do that or not, or if we should leave the gold on this car. And then I know the xenon headlights are not the prettiest. I have a set of color switching ones from Sencal Motorsport that are gonna be thrown on this car. So this car is gonna be completely updated. And we're gonna source an M4 badge. That way people know it's an M4, because it is kind of sleeper right now. I'm guessing the previous owner had it on and it fell off because they're very easy to fall off. Yeah, I just look at this car as a complete blank slate. Yes, it has a lot of nice, tasteful mods on it, but it doesn't have my touch just yet. All right, now we have a full tank. So the car is stock right now. It had a stage 1 tune that also coded out the catalyst downpipes, but we wanted to flash it back to stock so we get a stock reading for stage 4. So that's exactly what we did. So the car is bone stock until we get the stage 4 file on it. We'll probably get a catalyst downpipe check engine light at some point in time, but right now it's not throwing anything. But you do have to drive for like probably 10 minutes for the check engine light to turn back on. But this car sounds good. And for stock, these cars are quick. I'm used to custom tune or boot mod tune, so for me it feels slow, but she still kicks out pretty good. And don't worry, I have a Grail exhaust on the way for this thing. This thing is gonna literally be what my yellow M4 was, but with a better tune and a different color. We also have R888s in the back, and I think it's like 48 degrees right now and wet. So if we get too friendly with the throttle, it's gonna do that all the time. You can do a donut in this. Oh, right here? Yeah, if you want. This thing feels good. Bro, stock is so controllable for the power. That was actually not bad at all, especially in the rain. Yeah, thank you, Dan, for finding this car. Anytime. Such a clean car. Also, don't freak out about the TPMS light. 1 degree off, literally 1, and it's throwing this light. I guess the 2017s might just be a little bit more touchy on the pressures than 2015s. All right. We're gonna say goodbye to D&D Motors. Again, if you want anything from them, go check them out. I am just super thankful that they found me this car. I've been wanting a Yasmarina Blue M4, and so has my wife, for a long time. And honestly, this is gonna be a really, really cool thing to have, like a yin and yang kind of thing with the yellow M4 and this. But we have a 5.5 hour drive now, so let's go ahead, hit the road. D&D gave us a full tank of gas. That is very much appreciated because we're probably gonna have to fill up at least one more time. 350 miles, let's hit the road. Check it out, a C8 Z06. Not gonna lie, I wanna complete the Z06 trio. I've had a C6, I now have a C7. I kinda wanna get a C8. The C8 Z06s are starting to grow on me. They sound insane. I wouldn't get rid of my C7 for it though, because you can't have a Corvette that isn't manual, and the C8s don't come in manual, so to scratch that itch, I need to keep the C7. Maybe one day I'll get a C8 Z06, just because I really love the sound, and they look really cool. But I would have to get a fully spec'd out one, with the carbon track wing, the carbon wheels, all the fun stuff, to really get the full experience of why that car is so special. Kind of like what I did with the C7. The C7 doesn't have any box unticked. I forgot how quiet these cars are when you don't have a rear seat to lead. Like, this is actually quite enjoyable. Not saying the yellow one isn't, but you definitely get a lot more drone in the yellow car compared to this one. I am beyond thankful right now. I don't even know how many cars I have at this point. We have 3 M4s, the C7, the Lambo, the Trackhawk, the other Jeep, 7, the Opel, the Camry, 9. Yeah, 9 cars. We're almost in the double digits. Well, I made a mistake. Actually, 2 mistakes. The first one being I dropped over $20 at Taco Bell on their value menu and almost ate all of it, so I don't think my stomach's gonna be very happy in a few hours. And then the second mistake is I have developed a habit of posting random photos of cars or what I'm doing to the cars on my Snapchat at different points of the day. And when I was at the dealership, I took a photo of this exact car and posted on my Snapchat story and caught it right when I posted it and tried to delete it. And my service was very bad at the shop, and Snapchat said it deleted it, but it didn't, and it's been up for over 2 hours. The photo has over 30 screenshots, and I deleted it, so it makes you look even more guilty. So I don't know what's about to happen. I think the car might get leaked, If it does, this YouTube video is going up a lot sooner than I think it will, but who knows? We could be in the clear. I just need my wife to take some photos of the G82 and the C7, and I gotta act like I just got home and I flew back so that people don't catch on I'm driving this back home. Well, we got 4 more hours, and if you notice anything, we have a check engine light now. I did misspeak earlier. This car does not have catalyst downpipes. It still has the catalytic converters on it, which explains why it's a little bit more quiet than normal. However, I've never seen front-mount intakes like these ones before, but we're getting a MAF code on both sides. So I do have new front mounts coming in from Sencom Motorsport, and most likely it'll take away that code. If it doesn't, it's not a huge deal. The reason why it's throwing it is because the distance from where the MAF is to the intake cone is so far now that's throwing it off. When factory, the MAF sensor is almost right next to the filter. So it's just something small, not a huge deal. Car runs fine, it's not in a limp mode or anything, but yeah, we do have a check engine light now. And sadly, it's not for catalyst downpipes, but I have Sencal sending some catalyst downpipes too. So this car is going to be making all the power very soon. It still gets down. Even the stock S55 is not slow, but we need to make it faster. I've been driving this car now, and I missed this. I love this car, like this style car. The F82 and the F80s are just perfect, and they always will be. And I can't believe I have 2 at the same time again. I had 2 back in the day, and then I sold the gray one, but having 2 again, and now they're completely different. I can't wait to do the mods to this car, and then have this car side by side with the yellow car, and see what the difference in sound is between a Grail catalyst downpipe car with the stock motor and stock turbos compared to the 4N motor with the 2.6 liter D-stroked S55 with a single turbo. Like, there's so much content we can make with both cars now. My wife probably driving this one while I'm driving the other one, and we get rollers, like unlimited videos. And it's gonna be so fun. And I've just been thinking about it while driving this car over the last couple hours, and yeah, this was a good move. Some of you guys will think that it's kind of dumb that I have 2, but I just gotta say this. You need to own one of these cars to understand how cool the F82 is. The G82 is great. The G80 platform is awesome, but these cars are the last bit of true soul, in my opinion, that BMW put out. I would say the E92 has slightly more soul in it, especially if you get a manual one. However, they're slow. This car checks every box, and it is a little bit more modern, but it still checks every box, and I love this car so much. Okay, that was the last fill up before we get home. Man, life is good right now, boys. Life is good. The only thing we don't have, though, is an Aventador. And I'm gonna go ahead and mention this now since we're on a road trip and there's nothing else to do. I have been talking to a lot of people. On the vision board right now, I have an LP700 Aventador and a Viola SE30. That was my goal car for this year. And after talking to Stage 4 Tuning and everybody else that's owned an Aventador or has owned multiple Aventadors, they all tell me that if I get an LP700, I am not going to be happy with it. Just based off of the cars that I've had and the Aventadors that I've driven, because I've only driven SVJs, believe it or not. So everybody is saying, Jake, either get an S or an SVJ. The S and the SVJ are more reliable, less issues, and they drive the best, and they're just better all-around car. I personally love the SV. I think that's probably the best looking Aventador that's ever came out, but the SV came out right after the LP700, so they still have some reliability issues. They don't have the all-wheel steer, they don't have the active aero. The SV is just not there as far as technology and reliability. And we look at SV prices and SVJ prices, you could get an SVJ with some miles on it for around the same price as an SV if you don't want to go the roadster route. And I don't really care if it's a roadster or a coupe, to be honest. So what I'm trying to say is I don't know if I'm going to get an Aventador this year anymore. I would like to, I would love to, but after thinking about it, I would much rather wait, save up more money, and get the best Aventador, an SVJ. I don't know if that would happen end of next year or what. I'd probably have to get rid of a few cars, but I'm leaning towards probably holding off on an Aventador and getting an SVJ at some point in time, because the difference between an SVJ and an LP is like $300,000, and the difference at $300,000 is probably another $100,000 to $150,000 down on the car. Because obviously I'm not going to buy one in cash. One, I'm not that rich, and two, if I was that rich, tying up that much cash in the one car is kind of dumb. So I don't know. You guys let me know down in the comments below. I also think that LPs don't really speak to me as much as far as content's concerned. I think an SVJ would be a lot cooler. Yes, there's not really as many mods you can do to it because it's already pretty kitted out, but we would find some dumb stuff to do with it. Well, we made it home, and the wife is now in the sports car that she can drive. The Trackhawk is a sports car, but it's more like a sports SUV. You know? It has sports car power, but it's still like an SUV. Yeah. This is fun.
Oh my god.
It lacks power.
It
lacks power, but it does peel them.
It's still pretty quick.
Yeah, these cars aren't slow.
It's quick. You're just used to like high performance, big turbo.
Yeah, like
twin turbo.
If I went and hopped in the G82 right now and then hopped back in this would feel like a Honda Civic. I don't know why I thought this car was catless when I first picked it up today. Like, it is too quiet to be catless. Okay, maybe it is still pretty loud, but when it's catless, it'll be louder. Oh, hear the front on intakes. We're gonna get better ones, but I guess you want to still hear these ones. Okay, your turn to drive. You want to try a donut?
No, absolutely.
Right there?
Absolutely.
It's an open parking lot in Mexico. Okay, fix everything, get all ready, and then you can drive it. It doesn't have a front lip, so you shouldn't really scrape or anything. Yeah, so just do a donut right here.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't know how to do that.
You've done one before in the snow.
That's different.
In the snow, that's different. All right, floor it. You lost traction a little bit.
Yeah,
scared you, I can tell.
We weren't going that fast, so I wasn't ready for it.
What do you think?
Little pops and burbles.
I know.
Sounds cute.
You get used to driving this thing, right?
Yeah, if I could see the road, that'd be great.
The goal is to convert you from a Mopar person to Euro.
Don't be dissing.
Okay, I'm not dissing Mopar. Nothing against Mopar. I love the Trackhawk, but you need to have some culture. And this is a BMW. Yeah. This is proper. So that's a DCT jerk in first gear. It's because you didn't give it enough gas or you weren't shifting at the right point. We all make that mistake sometimes when driving these. Yeah, nice downshift.
It's really touchy.
It is.
It's a lot more touchy than
It's a race car.
It's a race car.
It's a race car. Now you have a fast mom car and you have this car to drive. now for it.
That's so terrifying.
It's stuck.
It's cool. It's so cool. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
The amount of colors we have now in the garage. We have white, we have silver for the Camry, we have baby blue, we have dark blue, we have orange, we have dark green, we have light green, we have yellow. We have a ton of different colors. I can't wait for all the cars to be back home in one spot, park them all in the backyard and get one of those edits again. It's gonna be pretty sick. Honestly, you can't have too many M4s. That's coming from someone that has 3. But yes, don't worry, we have a bunch of mods coming for this thing. The steering wheel, the paddle shifters, I know the paddle shifters are atrocious. I have a new steering wheel being built. It's the exact same style as the yellow cars, but it's gonna have a blue 12 o'clock instead of a yellow. Now, as far as this is concerned with the PPF, look at this, you got like, that just does not look good. We're gonna get this all taken off and actually get a new GTS hood. Same style as the yellow M4. Like I said, we're gonna literally make a carbon copy, but blue. When we get that done, Val will take off this, blend the new GTS hood into the fenders and the bumper. That way it looks really good and matches perfectly. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the works for this car the minute we get home from SEMA. And it's also gonna get fresh tint. I did notice that the tint is lifting a little bit right down there. So that's not good. We're gonna wanna get that changed out. So new tint on the way. But yeah, this is the newest addition to the fleet. Yasmarina Blue F82 competition, fully spec'd out with the red guts. And I'm actually very happy we picked this thing up. So what do you guys think we should do to it, aside from everything that I've mentioned in this video? And also, let me know what you guys think about the whole Aventador situation. That car is just so expensive that I don't want to put in the wrong money on the wrong one. Like, I don't want to get a base model Aventador and just not be super happy with it when I could have waited a year to a year and a half and let go of a couple cars to get the ultimate one, if that makes sense. So, you guys let me know what you think, but that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Drive safe.